My boyfriend made my little brother break down sobbing on his birthday, and I've never wanted to marry someone more. My mom spent the entire morning before school making Milo's birthday cupcakes, 24 of them, each one decorated with his favorite dinosaurs. It took her 3 hours, and Milo watched the whole time, bouncing on his feet with excitement. He'd been talking about his school birthday celebration for weeks. In his mind, this was going to be the day everyone finally noticed him. He was the quiet kid in his first grade class, and he kept saying, when they try my cupcakes, they're going to want to be my friend. The morning of his birthday, Milo insisted on carrying the tray himself. Mom was nervous, but let him, because he was so proud. He made it down our porch steps, across the walkway, and was almost to the car when his shoelace caught on a crack in the concrete. The tray went flying. I watched from the doorway as 24 cupcakes smashed onto our driveway. Frosting everywhere, dinosaurs destroyed. Milo just stood there frozen before his whole body started shaking. Then came the worst sound I've ever heard. My 6-year-old brother wailing on his birthday morning, surrounded by ruined cupcakes. Mom dropped to her knees trying to comfort him, but he just kept repeating, nobody's gonna like me now. There was no time. Mom had to get him to school cupcakeless. No bakery was open at 7 a.m. She texted his teacher explaining what happened, then drove him away while he cried in the back seat. I couldn't watch. I went to my classes, but couldn't focus on anything. I kept seeing Milo's face, the way his whole body slumped walking to the car. His celebration was at 1 p.m., and I knew he was sitting in class dreading it. During my lunch break, I called my boyfriend Rowan just to vent. The second he answered, I started crying. Milo's cupcakes got destroyed this morning. He's completely heartbroken. His whole celebration is ruined, and there's nothing I can do. There was a pause. Then he asked, what time does the celebration start? 1 p.m. But there's nothing, I'm handling it. I'll call you later. And he hung up before I could respond. I had no idea what he was planning. Maybe he'd grab some packaged cookies or something small to help. I didn't want to get my hopes up. Milo had been absolutely crushed, and store-bought Oreos weren't going to fix that. At 12:30, I got a video from my mom. I almost dropped my phone. Rowan was walking into Milo's elementary school, carrying the biggest bakery box I'd ever seen. Not just any cupcakes, custom dinosaur cupcakes from the fancy bakery downtown, the one that's usually booked for weeks. 25 of them, professionally decorated with little T-Rexes and Triceratops that looked even better than Mom's. He'd called in a favor from his aunt who works there, drove 40 minutes across town to pick them up, took the rest of the day off work, the job he'd only started 2 weeks ago. But he didn't just drop them off. The video showed him kneeling next to Milo, who looked like he'd seen a ghost. Hey buddy, I heard your dinosaurs needed backup. Milo's jaw literally dropped when he saw inside the box. Rowan asked the teacher if he could stay for the celebration. She said yes. So my 23-year-old boyfriend sat in a tiny first-grade chair, knees up to his chest, surrounded by 6-year-olds, and helped Milo hand out each cupcake like he was presenting awards. When the candles were lit, Rowan started a chant. Milo, Milo, Milo. The entire class joined in, 23 kids screaming my brother's name. In the video, you can see Milo's lip quivering, but this time, it wasn't from sadness. When he blew out his candle, Milo turned and threw his arms around Rowan so hard his little body was shaking. He was crying again, but laughing at the same time. Mom was crying behind the camera. His teacher was wiping her eyes in the corner. That night, when I was helping Milo into bed, he grabbed my hand and looked up at me. Is Rowan going to be around forever? I told him I really hope so. He smiled and pulled the blanket up to his chin. Good, because today was the best birthday I ever had. I'm marrying that man.